If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
Oh my God, we need a starting quarterback back in.
Is it when he's coming up? He's coming up the car.
Oh.
Hi. It's cold.
It's like Big Lenny.
Oh, it's more.
You have hot Cheetos?
Huh?
Did you have
Yeah,
the
they're
hot?
in my bag.
Oh. Okay.
Wrap up.
It was 2 hours.
Oh my God. And I couldn't even go to sleep.
Oh, that's sad. Did you still want to do everything we talked about?
Why not?
Yeah, we can. I was just asking. I don't know if you changed your mind.
It all depends on you. How you feel?
Yeah. What?
My foot is moving.
Why?
No, I get it. I think it's fasciitis. It's a little thing at
What's
the bottom.
that?
From the bottom of the foot.
Is that what that is?
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my sneakers.
I see a ball.
Oh, that's probably just the beat up sneakers. That's all it is. There's nothing else. It's just the muscle on the bottom of the foot. That's all.
Does it hurt?
Yep, every once in a while. Depends on how I walk. But, you know, it's not anything I can do. You know, sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes. So I
think I should go.
It looks like your shoes are too thin.
Yeah,
They're not really saying too
That's
much else.
maybe why your foot hurts.
well, you know what? Also, they're made for weightlifting.
Close the door, Paula.
Sneakers like that, the weight presses down, and sneakers take a lot of the weight.
Oh, okay.
So you're not really getting a lot of press out of it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Byron, let's go have a talk about what's going on, man. I just want to have a conversation, that's all. Can we just kind of go in front of the car over there?
Yeah.
Just want to have a talk, dude. Know you're a good guy, just trying to get your life together. No problem. Not trying to swarm you or anything like that, all right? Any weapons on you?
No.
Okay, yeah, let's just have a talk then, man, if you don't mind. My name is Gordon. Sorry to meet you like this. You want to take your bag off or just carrying it, or? Okay. Gotcha, man. Any weapons in there?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it. No problem. Yeah, well, I'm here. I'm sure you're a smart dude. You know what I'm here to talk to you about, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I just want to help you get your life back on track. That's all. All right. Are you where are you living now?
Fort Lauderdale.
Damn, that's quite the hike, huh?
Yeah.
No kidding. Well, do you kind of know what I'm here to talk to you about?
I sort of do.
All right. I appreciate your honesty, man. What am I here for?
Stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'd put it lightly, but I think we get through it, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Much.
How did we meet this girl?
It was online, I guess.
Was that was it which site?
Can we at least sit down? Is that what I mean?
Yeah. Is your foot bad?
I mean, I think I have fasciitis. Is what that is.
What the hell's that?
The tendon on the bottom of the foot.
Oh, okay.
It's temporary, so.
Got you. Well, I don't want to sit on the steps over there. I don't want people to overhear, just for everybody's sake. Just want to go sit on the curb there?
Sure.
All right.
Take my thing.
Yeah, sure, if you don't mind. Take it. So y'all met on some, was it like a site or was it an app that y'all met on? Or?
Well, it's like a site, I guess.
What site?
Excuse me.
You're good.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Like, who are you?
Well, my name's Gordon. Works at a group called Kid Protectors USA. We just make sure kids don't talk to adults, vice versa, stuff like that. Yeah, it's not You know, I'm not. I know there's some past stuff. I'm not here to swarm you or anything like that or anything crazy. You know, I wouldn't be here talking to you if I thought you were a bad dude or anything like that. I know you're trying to get your shit together and all that. And I don't think that this shouldn't. I don't think that some internet should be the end all be all. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah.
That you're filming, I guess.
Yeah, for safety. I'm a big dude. I just want you to know.
You are a big dude.
Yeah, I just want you to know that you're not about to get body slammed or I'm not about to steal your bag or anything like that.
I don't think so. I don't have anything really to steal anyway. So.
True. I guess if I was robbing somebody, I'd probably talk to somebody else, right? But yeah, no, definitely not. But so y'all met on like this website?
Yeah, it was a website, from what I remember. I'm sorry if I'm a little slow in responding.
Yeah, you're not like Einstein. I get that.
No.
Which site was it?
So, I have a few more questions.
Sure.
I mean, what is this? You're a private group, I assume?
Yeah, man. Like it's just I just want to talk about it, make sure everything's good. That's all.
Okay. So my question is, long story short. Not that you don't want to go through the long story, but how do I get back home?
We can figure that out, but
I mean, how does figuring out work that into anything?
I don't know. I guess we'd have to come. How would we get back home?
Don't know. I was assuming I was going to be given a ride back home.
Oh, got it. Well, I'm definitely open to that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And so, what is your goal at this point besides finding out how I came out here?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, since you're being honest with me, I'll, no issue. Basically, kind of figure out why it happened and if it'll ever happen again. That's all.
Excuse me. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what I expected to happen.
I mean, how old is the girl?
Now, I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, what did she tell you online?
She told me she was, I don't know, 13, 14.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything at this point.
Right. No, fair enough. So y'all met on that Russian site it was?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. How do we even find out about that site?
That was a long time ago, so I'll be honest, I don't really remember. I didn't necessarily go looking for that. I think somebody suggested to me, so I don't know how they found out about that.
Got it. So it's just been a thing that we've known about for a while.
I think so.
Got it. So what's like posted on there usually?
According to the site, it's for all kinds of photos and things. It's photo enthusiasts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a myriad of things. Photographers posting stuff about whatever they, nature, like that. And there's other stuff, people posting things. Some, adults, and apparently some other underage stuff.
Got it.
But that's not necessarily.
That's not necessarily, you said new? Okay. So on there, I mean, I know, like, do you post anything on there?
No.
No, you're just kind of just a viewer. Okay. Yeah, so obviously we don't want to be posting anything, right? Yeah. So the stuff that's, I mean, I know it's pretty easy to just run into, right?
Well, that on that side, it's adults. So.
Okay. So all the you see on the site, it's been adults?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you've ever gone to the site, if you ever go to the site, clearly you know something about it because you're.
Yeah, I've been on the site.
Yeah,
right.
So
okay.
you sort of know.
Fair enough.
Excuse me.
So how did y'all network on there site?
I don't know. I guess she had a profile up there. I don't know exactly how I came across her profile, but she made it seem like she was open to communicating.
Okay, and y'all just hit her up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that was it only on Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So is Telegram, that one is kind of new to me, kind of like the Russian site. I mean, I think you've known about the Russian site probably longer than I have, but is Telegram, no, you're good, man. What flavor is that?
Yeah, blueberry.
Okay, yeah. If it was a cherry, I'd ask you to blow it that way, but I'm a blueberry and orange guy, you know. Is Telegram like groups or individuals or kind of both, or?
It can be groups, I think.
Okay. Like the groups on there, are they usually like, because I know with the Russian side, obviously it's Russian theme and all that. Like the groups on Telegram, are they like American, foreign? What have you seen?
Probably a little bit of everything from some of the other people that, like I did a random search for people. It seems like most of them are foreign, but I don't know.
Until you, right. Whoa.
You really kind of have to know people, I guess, or know just if you were like Google searching type thing.
Fair enough. What languages have you seen on Telegram?
Mainly Russian,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. That's pretty much all I've seen. I haven't really seen much else. I'm sure there's others, but that's just kind of what I've sort of seen from the names of people, and I guess they seem to be more of I don't want to say they're like influencers, but they have a following and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it seems like they mostly speak Russian.
Fair enough. From that Russian site, have other people like communicated with you off that site before, or is it the only one? Or
I mean, the only one that I was talking to.
have there been others in the past that have like talked to you off there? Or?
I mean, you can comment on things, but nobody really goes and talks to you directly.
Okay.
So, I mean, unless you were to do what her profile did, was just, hey, contact me, is not really a way that I know of that people can
So it's
reach out to stuff.
Okay, so it's kind of like more so like Reddit, where you can just comment on like posts and like that.
Right.
Okay, got it. So with, I mean, how long has she been talking to you for?
Not very long, maybe about a month or so. But I don't, I can't say to the day.
Yeah, no, of course not. No, I get that. Okay, so it's only been on Telegram, blah blah blah. So she's okay. So how'd the conversation kind of go with her?
Just chatting and talking, and I guess getting to know her and her, what I thought type of person she was. And she seemed open to communicating and was a little racy at times, but
I mean, it's the internet.
yeah, but I don't know, talk about daily things and what's going on in my life and like that, but not too much.
Got it. Are you working right now, or?
No, I'm trying to look for work.
Yeah, dude. Have you? Dude, there's this new place that opened. You're in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, there's a new place that opened down there. I don't know if it's in Fort Lauderdale or Hollywood. I forgot, but I tried it I think a couple months ago. Have you ever worked in the food industry before?
No, but I'll take just about anything right now.
Dude, I can't blame you. It's called like Tacos de Azul or something. They're starting off at like 21 an hour for just, I know.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you might as well.
I mean, I signed up with a temp agency, so, I'm just waiting for them to.
Just be kind of distribute you somewhere.
Well, yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I appreciate that you're actually looking for work, wanting to get back on your feet. I think this is a lot about you and all that stuff. Okay, so y'all kind of got to know each other. Like, were you looking to like find a chick to date or something like that, or?
Just something different, I guess. I mean, I'm not really doing anything in my life right now, so.
Got it.
There was a significant other, wouldn't hurt, but there's not much I can bring to the table, not working.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, unless somebody is considerate or compassionate about it, or that's not something that they worry about, I guess that would be a requisite. Not everybody wants you to have a job, but it certainly helps to have a job.
Yeah, I think so. I like to think my girlfriend likes me for my personality, but you know.
She probably does, and if you lost your job, she probably wouldn't leave you, but
at some point, it'd be time.
It would make it a little rough.
Yeah. So did y'all talk about like dating at all, or?
We talked about things. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, you might look at it as dating. I mean, I don't know if that's something that really was going to happen or not. It was more like the way it was going. Let's see what happens. I mean, she was up here, I'm all the way down there. How is that going to work?
Yeah, true, especially if you don't really have a consistent transportation and all that stuff. I heard the conversation got racy at times. Like, what happened with that?
We just talked about some, things here and there, and sort of flirting, I guess you could say.
Got a little bit risque in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to put it lightly.
Okay, I hear you, man. When's the last time you even talked to a chick online like this?
Oh no, that was years.
Oh, okay. Do you think that plays a role in some of this happening?
Yeah, I think it might. I think maybe I'm thinking, oh, it's a little easier, especially not having a job. It's not like we can go out to a club and meet somebody. And,
When you say easier, what do you mean?
Well, like I just said, I can just talk to the person. I don't have to pay a fee or buy a drink or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Did it get to a point where, like, she sent pictures to you or sent pictures to her or anything like that?
She only sent 1 or 2 pictures, but nothing major. Just a picture of her, what I thought was her.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything major. She wasn't sending anything major, that's for sure.
Okay, fair enough. Was there anything? I know you said it's been a long time since you talked to a chick, so can't blame you if so. But like, was there any I guess sent from you or anything?
Just 1 or 2 things, but it wasn't anything that she really wanted to deal with.
Just your or something.
Yeah. That's it. She didn't want to be involved with anything else.
Okay, so it wasn't anything crazy like sticking anything crazy like that. Okay. So just standard, just regular. Every guy does this type of pick type deal. Right. Okay, that's not too bad. So may I ask, like, what's in the? I mean,
I have just food, pizza, and stuff like that.
Where'd you get the pizza from?
I just got it from Publix.
Is it like frozen pizza or?
Yeah, it's frozen pizza.
Do they actually have good frozen pizza at Publix?
I mean, DiGiorno's not too bad.
Okay. So you live in a storage unit, right?
I don't live in the storage unit, but I keep my stuff there.
Oh, okay. How much is that a month?
It's about $50, $60.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal, man, honestly. So do you actually stay?
I'd rather have a place to stay, but without a job, it's impossible.
So do you stay like in an apartment or?
No, I'm homeless, basically.
See, they don't let you sleep in a storage unit?
Well, they probably could, but I don't take the risk. I don't want to, most storage units have stipulation, don't stay there.
Right.
So I don't want to run into any problems. And then I got to look for another storage place for fish.
So I got to ask, like, how do you feed yourself?
I mean, I have food stamps.
Okay, so do you just kind of go to the store? So you just eat like wherever you're at the time?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see. So when's the last time that you had sex with anybody?
It's been a while.
Okay. All right. I got you. Yeah, because I was kind of reading some of these over, and it didn't seem like you were overbearing or anything crazy like that, but...
I mean, I'm not going to force anybody to do anything.
What was there talked about, though, between you all?
I mean, there was a little bit talked about, but it wasn't it's not an important thing.
Right.
I mean, it happened. I don't even think it probably would have happened.
Well, I wanted to ask about that because there was some talk about, like, control, getting her...
Yeah, I know, but that's just talk.
Yeah, I hear you. But basically...
No way that... You also know that there's no way... If you know that, then you know what I was saying. Like, there's no way that can happen because it's beyond trouble.
Well, yeah, getting her... Sure, but so I got to ask, like, was it going to be, like... You said you wouldn't force anybody, so is that truly going to be something she was going to decide on happening, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Absolutely. I think if you know some of what we said,
yeah.
I even said to her, if this is not something you want to do, it's fine with me.
Okay, so you would have fully left any up to her to do.
Absolutely.
Okay. So so there
And
wouldn't.
if she would have said no, then it's no. No, it's
Okay,
no.
I appreciate that. Truly.
Sure.
So basically, the farthest you would have gone tonight and participating is just consensual, but nothing forced. Is that kind of right?
Of course.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, that's
I mean, if it would have happened. I don't even know if it would have happened again, but sure, if she would have said no, it wouldn't have happened.
okay. So the only chance of it happening is if she's the one initiating on board. Is that okay? I appreciate that. Would it have gone like farther than like would there have been like two different types of or would it have just been regular or
Just regular.
okay, so it wouldn't have been like no tying her up or
No.
anything. Okay.
That's beyond. That's really adult stuff. I've done it before.
Right, yeah.
But it's not something that I'm like, I gotta do.
Okay, so it was just basic, simple eight.
Sorry, I'm triggering a little.
Yeah, I
You're a
hear you.
big guy, so.
Well, I got my jacket on.
Yeah.
Dude, you really come off as like I don't mean to like stereotype, but you really come off as like a well-spoken, like what are you doing not working in an office, man? Like you're a really smart dude.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. Well, may I ask? I know you had the incident 10 years ago or whatever it was, but no need to rehash it. I mean, it's not here to embarrass you. But what were you doing for work before that?
I was in IT before.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So it makes sense. Like, okay, I can tell you were.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Did you go to school at all, or?
I mean, I only got my A+ certification. That was it.
May I ask how much you were making before the thing?
About 45, 50.
Now that would be dirt, but 2016, that's not.
Not dirt if you don't have a job. But
No, but 45K in 2016 is like 100K now. So I mean, I can't really. It's a whole different ball game. Damn, where have you been looking to work? You said you were at the temp agency.
Labor. That's why I went to a temp agency, because it's pretty much gonna do just about anything. No matter digging ditches. I don't care what it is.
Nice,
I'll
man.
take whatever work. I'm not above working.
There you go, dude. So they haven't. So when did you join up with the temp agency?
Probably about a week ago, just like last week.
Oh, okay. So
Early last week.
fair enough. When did you get out of prison?
Last November.
Like 4 months ago, November?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And I've been looking for work, but this job actually ran into somebody at a bus stop and just happened to be talking, and he mentioned to me that he was formerly incarcerated, and this place doesn't have a problem hiring people, so I went over there and signed up and was waiting for something to come through.
Dude, that's sick, man. Does that temp agency do they kind of delegate white collar jobs too, or is it just blue collar stuff?
They had some white collar jobs from what I saw, but that's not something that I'm going to be able to go to. So
Yeah, I'm sure the background checks are a little bit more rigorous. Yeah.
some places could probably go around it, but I don't even worry about it, because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of work and nothing happening. So I'm just going to go right now for the lowest common denominator and try to think of what I can get.
Yeah, just kind of work your way back up. Yeah, because you got to think, like every day removed you are from that incident that happened. That's one more day that you could say that's in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure 20 years down the line, I mean, some people might think of that as a blemish, but if you're good for 20 years, like at that point, what can you really say? So. Yeah, no, dude, I had an uncle. I mean, I can't say it was the exact same thing, but he also did a federal time for armed robbery. But this was from 95 to 2005. And, it was tough for the first few years, but he owns a house in Fort Myers, 3 bedrooms. He's making, I think, close to 200K. So, I mean, you can definitely get your shit turned around. Like, that's what I'm definitely rooting for. Shoot. So, did you know about Telegram before that incident happened back then, or is Telegram kind of new?
I don't think I knew about it back then. I only started hearing about it let's see, a couple of years ago, I was I heard Trump had an account or something like that. Um, you see it on some people's profiles. Hey, I've got a Telegram, whatever.
Where do you see that? Like, I know on the Russian site you see that, but like where else?
Let's see. Trying to recall. Sometimes I guess on some sites, for whatever reason, people want to be contacted.
Yeah.
Put their Telegram ID out there or something like that.
Yeah. But you've only been on Telegram for only a couple months personally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, God, you're really a bright mind. I mean, I think you're just a good dude who's down in the dumps over. I mean, but like realistically, do you think the people that have been associated with you on Telegram have been probably the best to be talking to?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I see some of the stuff that, never mind Telegram, their accounts.
Right.
They post their Telegram stuff. And that tells me all I kind of need to know.
Yeah, I mean, they're not posting they're probably not posting the best stuff, are they? No. Okay. So I am curious about kind of where that stuff's coming from. I know you said Russia, and it's probably the case. A lot of it's foreign. And I'm not saying that I could just immediately go to Russia and just go save the world or anything like that. But I mean, when you see this posted on Telegram, is it mostly like in groups, or is it individuals that send this, or like how does it usually go?
Well, I mean, I'm not really in the group. It's like I saw one woman's account, and I clicked on her thing and I looked at it, and she just has a whole bunch of a list of, the posts that she's done.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see comments that she makes and stuff like this. And she's totally above board. It has nothing to do with whatever. I guess she's like the Russian equivalent of an influencer.
Yeah.
She had music playing, and you can see the pictures she's posted and things of that nature, and the comments that other people make on her pictures, like that. But I don't necessarily see a group.
Okay.
I guess she would be the group some people are following.
So it's like a channel she has.
Yeah, I guess you would say that.
Got it. Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, I know there's been some, I guess you could say below board stuff that people have shown you on there.
On Telegram? No. Not that it doesn't happen.
Right.
But I haven't seen it.
Okay, because I wanted to bring up some of these pics here. It was mentioned that I think it was sent to from you about you mentioned this was like a preteen or a preteen girl you sent her way.
All of those came from.
And that was the Russian site.
That's the Russian site.
Okay. Got it. So those stuff. So I know you said that site's like photography, and it could be anything really. It's like it's
they have, like I said, they have a section that's kids.
Like explicitly a kid section on there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what stuff have? And I know you said you're not making any of those posts, right?
I'm not making any of those posts.
Okay.
I can tell you about it. I mean,
yeah.
It tries to look like it's 6 and 1/2 dozen the other.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say what?
6 on one, 1/2 dozen the other. It's I'm not the right way to use that phrase. Basically, you have some people who post pics of their kids doing gymnastics or they've accomplishments, whatever. But that's not what goes on there. That's not.
You think there's some stuff behind the scenes?
Well, I don't know if there's stuff behind the scenes, but the postings that are there, it's pretty consistent in the same thing. And if you look at the titles of things, you pretty much know this isn't the average family. Like, hey, my kid just, won the Little League World Series. You understand what I'm saying? It's a pretty one-track thing that goes on.
Yeah, so it's like they're talking in codes pretty much.
I don't know if they're talking in code. It's not explicit, but it's like a hair below it. you see the pictures. It's just not. I'm trying to phrase it, and I'm also kind of chilling my bones, but
Yeah.
You know the intent of why they're posting those pictures. I don't know if these are their family members or not. I don't know anything about these people.
Well, so you know the intent. So like, are the kids doing like poses or something like that, or?
Yeah, some of them are poses. Some of them are a little creepy. I mean, you've got some people that take pictures of them in public without their knowledge and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So it's like kind of like the them in a way.
Well, some of them. It's not every single person that does that, but I'm just saying, you combine those two, and you combine people taking pictures and things of that of kids without their knowledge, and excuse me. I was going to say gymnastic poses. You know that. I mean, it's a true gymnastic pose,
Right.
but it just seems like it's a little too focused. And then, you know, you got other people who are posting pics of girls who are supposedly models.
How low, or like, what are the age ranges of the girls they post on there?
I mean, I've seen some. It's just about anything.
Like,
I mean,
like even like newborns, or?
almost.
So we're talking like 1 or 2 years old and kind of up. Okay. How do some of those pics make you feel?
It's a little creepy.
Okay.
That's a little creepy. I'll be honest. That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like having a or something like that is one thing, but that's
It's a little bit too far.
what are you getting out of it? I don't see it.
Right. So what percentage of those pictures that they post, and I know like you can't really help what you come across on there, because it's not like you're specifically curating your search, like you're not typing in like 5-year-old girl wearing this or not wearing that. What percentage of those pics that have popped up on there have been like or showing like or of kids? I mean,
Maybe 1%. I think the moderators take that stuff down. I don't know, but I don't see that up there that often.
so you think they do a pretty good job of cleaning that up?
I don't know. I don't really sit and watch it in order to
Yeah.
monitor whether those things stay around long enough. But
Right.
if you
Well, you're not like bookmarking it or anything like that.
if
Right.
you're looking at a list of whoever's posted whatever, you can see from some of the posts, some the little preview shot. You don't necessarily see any, but some of them they do, and it's passed off as being innocent. You know, they're at the beach and they don't have the top on or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But others are not like that. Others are, you know, I don't know. It just you can tell they're not on the beach. So
What would you say they're in?
I don't know, indoor somewhere, but
Like, so
not a setting where you would be like, hey, look at my kid. You know?
right. So the photos that have popped up on your feed, and I kind of want to see if we can try to narrow these photos down, because I know obviously you're not the one taking the photos, and I kind of want to see where they'd be coming from. Like you mentioned a photo of a kid at the beach, right? How was that? Like, how did that kid look?
I don't know. It's looking at the thumbnail image. So could have been 10, could have been 14, somewhere around there.
Well, did she look flat-chested, or did she look like?
I mean, from what I could see, yeah.
Okay, so it was. So would you say it would be obviously somebody who would be a kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even if they were somewhat developed, I think you could tell they were a kid.
Got it. So you said there was also some ones that, I mean, those ones at the beach, I mean, yeah, you really don't know the intent of those. Who knows? I guess in that photo in itself, but what do you think the poster was posting that photo for?
I don't know.
Like,
No, if I had kids, I don't see any reason to post that anywhere. I mean,
for sure.
for what?
Well,
That's the point.
what were the other photos in that album? Like you mentioned that very few are. So was that photo? I think you have to have a certain amount in an album for it to be displayed. Like was that photo? Like were the other photos in that album, or were the other ones like, if you could remember?
I didn't really go into them that much. I would think that most of them are in those postings. I don't know about album, but in those postings
That most of them are what?
are.
Okay.
So I don't know what else to say to that.
Fair enough. So the ones indoors, you said that was a little bit more, I guess, X-rated, if I'm rephrasing that right.
I guess you can see by the thumbnail images and some of the images that they're not dressed to go to the beach. Some of them, I mean, if you're saying you've seen some of the pictures I've sent, you can see what they're dressing them as.
Right, but I heard like the indoors, like what was showing on those?
I mean, no, there wasn't really indoors, but it was really close. I mean, it was really, maybe the shade, no carpets slipped off or not fully on, but it wasn't full on nude. But
So it was just like,
the posing was really what's the difference.
what poses are they doing indoors?
They're relatively poses.
Okay, so not full. So are they just showing like some or something like that, or?
Yeah.
Okay. God, so are these kids like mostly like white, brown, black?
White from what I can see.
Okay, so it's probably is all just Russians or.
Their background European, let's say.
Mhm.
I mean, Russia's Asia, but European.
Got it. I know in Europe they're a little bit more.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they're good. They're a little bit more like liberal with what they allow, and
I think that's probably where the beach photos might come in.
Mhm.
But yeah, I guess. But I don't think they're liberal enough that they're going to be like, sure, those poses are okay too.
right. What's the youngest looking photo that you saw on that site that someone posted that was? If you had to guess an age.
Like I said, maybe 11, 14, 10, 14, something like that.
Got it. Have there been other girls on that site posting like, "Hey, hit me up" or anything like that?
I mean, I'm sure there have been.
Like I guess in your experience, in your experience on there.
Well, I don't know that they say hit me up, but they have in their profile, they have their email address. So, I mean, or whatever contact, Telegram, whatever.
Okay, I see.
So, if you're putting it out there, you gotta expect somebody's gonna reach out.
Sure. Do you reach out to them to see what's going on, or?
I mean, I did once or twice, but I don't pursue it, and I go back and forth and I realize, hey, what am I doing,
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess I only went this far because this one,
Seems yours.
yeah, it's an
Yeah.
It's when I try to get out of it, storage, make sure I'm done for the day.
Got it. So how do the conversations go with the others on Telegram? Like, what do they talk about with you?
There really isn't anybody else. I mean, darn it, the only thing I've had was this one. Even the Russian lady, whatever. I mean, I'm sure some of these people do speak English. I've said, hey, hello, whatever.
Mhm.
Nobody responds. So what can I do?
Okay.
Keep on sending messages.
Yeah, of
Respond.
course. Yeah, you get the hint after. Right. So do you go to like any counseling or therapy or anything?
I do.
Do you think it helps?
I think it does. I mean, I'm stupid and I missed out on it this evening, but I'm going Thursday.
Is it like mandated you go?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Can't really blame them for that. So I do want to ask, like, I mean, you're being real with me, and at some point we just got to talk about the elephant in the room. When you sent those photos of the preteens, I know they had clothes on, right?
That I know of, yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that they were hot and good looking and attractive and all that. And I know there's
But go ahead.
yeah, I know there's internet talk, but truly, when did this curiosity towards the age group start for you? Because you're a good dude. I know you want to work hard. Like I know you, but this is something we definitely got to make sure there's a path forward to get help for this, right?
Listen, and I've put it this. I mean, you can't take me a word, so I can only say what I can say.
Yeah.
It's not so much that it's an interest, and I'm like, oh, I need to go and do something there.
Right.
In the real world, I go the other way.
Sure.
In storage units, people, there's all types of people, People come in, they happen to do stuff, they bring their kids, whatever. I don't try to talk, I don't try to associate.
Yeah.
I don't try to, unless I'm tired and I try to catch some Z's, which is a little dangerous, but I mean, I do it in a day and I'm there for maybe an hour. Catch some Z's, go on about that business. But outside of that, I don't try to make contact, associate, any of this.
Yeah, no, that I actually do take your word on. But what do you think it is about the online stuff that brings you to kind of look at this?
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just this word. It's like a really infantile word, but I guess the naughtiness of it. It's
the
not,
taboo.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
So it's not so much that it's not so much that it is the fact that they're 9-year-olds or 9 to 13-year-olds. The fact that it's just I shouldn't be doing this.
Sort of. I mean, I'm not thinking I should be doing this, but yeah, that's really because I'm not thinking about it when I'm going to class, or I mean, I'm taking a class for an electrician thing through it's a nonprofit.
Nice.
Is the way to say it. So I'm not thinking about that when I'm
what
class, or I'm on my way over to class or whatever. It's not even on my mind.
Right. So what do you think brings you to that site kind of pretty often?
Excuse me. I wouldn't say it's pretty often. I mean,
how many times a week?
I wouldn't say it's even times a week. There's been times where I've gone through it a couple times in a day, but can I say exactly how many times? I don't know, but every week? No, I haven't been there for a little while now. A little while being like a couple of weeks.
Sure.
So before that, I don't know how long since I've been out, but it sounds like I'm like, oh, I got a few minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just, like I said, I don't believe me, but I'm just telling you.
No, I mean, I can only take your word.
Yeah. Sorry.
I see, but you mentioned that did anything happen to you when you were a kid?
No.
No.
I mean, when I was younger, I had female babysitters, curious and so on and so forth, but nobody ever did anything. Nobody me or.
So it was more like both of y'all were exploring, or?
Yeah, I think so, but they are usually, since they were older, they were the ones kind of initiating things.
Sure. No, that makes sense. And dude, from the age of like 4 years old, kids can start to be curious about this type of stuff. Like, if I hear something, well, this 1-year-old really wanted to, then I'm like, okay, dude, get out of here. You can't there's no excuse for that. So I wanted to bring up like that stuff with the, I guess when you were babysitting, that 6-year-old was curious about the thing in the sweatpants. What happened with that?
It's a story that I've told before.
Right. Well, you told that story before.
Yeah, it happened to actually be in some of the. I think it was in some of the transcripts. Well, I wouldn't say it was in the transcripts, but I was asked about that because before, in my previous bad run-in, they asked me the same question. I told them the same thing. There was nothing that occurred. Nothing happened. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Man, I got pissed.
Well,
You can hold it for a little.
Well, yeah. If you got a piss, then just go.
I don't want to. It's a private place. I don't want
True, true. Well, so who was the person you were babysitting though that you've concocted a story about?
I don't even remember who the person was. It was about about my half sister's neighbor, but I don't even know. I can't even recall their names. This was so long ago.
Okay, so it was an actual person you were babysitting at the time.
Right, but nothing ever happened.
Okay, how old were you when you were babysitting this chick?
And it wasn't even really babysitting the chick. I was watching my niece and this girl and her brother.
Mm.
It was a long time ago. I don't know, 27, something like that.
Oh, so that was a really long time ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, and that was your half
Maybe
sister.
30.
And that was your half sister.
Yeah.
And so half sister's neighbor, and you were just watching over them, or what?
Yeah, they just went to the store.
Okay.
It was like 10 minutes. They went to the store, did whatever they because they had to get some stuff, and then they came back.
Got it. So what's up with that like Tor and Onion browser?
I know of it. I don't use it, but I mean it is a very sophisticated thing.
Okay.
I mean, from what I understand.
Are you sure that you haven't been on there just to explore it once or twice?
I know I haven't been on there, but I know what it's. I mean, I've been in the IT world, so
Right.
I know what it's about. I mean, I couldn't explain it 100%, but it has something to do with the way it routes packets and things of that nature.
Have people tried to get you to go on there before recently, or?
No, I mean, nobody said, "Hey, listen, if you know, I don't know if you create an account or not, but you can create an account." No, nobody's asked me to do anything like that.
Got it. Have there been a? I know there's a thing on. Do you have WhatsApp?
I mean, I had it, but I had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I know, it makes sense. I was talking to this on WhatsApp, and this is before me and my girl started dating, but she was basically, it was kind of something where we're just kind of being stupid, exchanging online. And she was sending me this like, I think it was called like a mega link or something like that.
Mega Link, I have heard of that.
Where have you seen those pop up?
You see that a lot on that Russian site.
Okay,
You see that a lot.
got it. What do they usually throw on the mega links?
I don't know, but I'm sure that I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure it's like a file sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're putting that in their links and they're posting on the Russian side, I'm sure they're going deeper than what they're posting on the Russian side.
Fair enough. I only wanted to ask, like, do you have like a VPN or anything like that? No. Right. Yeah. So it wasn't too hard to kind of see search history and whatnot. I mean, that's like, did you make any mega links yourself or anything? No. Okay. Okay. So I assume that mega links are kind of new to you post release.
Yeah, I mean, generally.
Okay. Like you didn't hear about them in 2016, 2017 or anything like that?
No, not that I know.
Okay. So there were a few mega links, obviously, and I was just trying to figure out if they were on Telegram or the Russian site, because I know on Telegram they kind of are a lot. Have you none of them on Telegram, all on the Russian site, or?
Not links, but like I said, no. What I notice is people would say, well, not say, put their Telegram on their the Russian site, on their profile, and they include, they'll say something like, you have to have mega,
Okay.
So I'm assuming mega includes a chat function or something like that.
Sure. So there seems to be a few times that, I guess for whatever reason, I don't know if it was curiosity or you didn't know what the hell it was, Because it seems like you kind of get tunnel vision, like because I really believe you when you say that I don't think about this stuff when I'm out and about, or I don't think about the stuff when I'm on the way to class. It just seems like when you're alone with your phone, that's when the thoughts can creep into your head, and I think that's something that can be worked on for sure. But obviously there were some mega links clicked on, there were some mega links opened. I mean, I think you'd only know it's a file sharing thing if they were open. I mean, it's pretty specific. I mean. Was the stuff on the mega links like, was it like pictures, videos, both, or?
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, man. I got you.
It's kind of dying out.
Want to stand up for a bit?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Sit
okay,
down for
yeah,
now.
all right.
I just need to stretch my leg.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just trying to catch up to you here. So you're saying that I was clicking on mega links?
Yeah.
And how do you know this?
Well, you have an Android phone.
Uh-huh.
It's not hard. I mean, I'm a technotard. People close to me are not technotards. So search history, especially if it's from the Russian side, that's a website. That's not like, it's not, you ain't like on, I guess the comparison would be the dark web or something like that. Like, I can't just tell you, oh, I know you went on the dark web. Like, yeah, there's no way of really knowing that. But search history, especially with connected Wi-Fi, it's not hard to see, So I'm more curious. Like you said, you weren't creating any of those, which I think,
No, I wasn't.
I think that's good.
Yeah,
I
I
think
wasn't
that-
creating any of those, and I wasn't going to them, but I know that there are people that, I mean, if they say they've got a mega account,
Mhm.
they must be doing something.
Right. No, I understand. I'm not saying you click on Mega 47 or just craving them, but I know there was a few times that they were clicked on for whatever the hell reason. So that's why I'm wondering, like, were there like pictures, videos on them, or?
I'm trying to remember. I mean, they must have been pictures.
Okay. So
I don't know what else they were. It wasn't a PDF file.
was not. So what was the layout like?
I know off the top of my head. I guess it just has like icons for whatever images or folders.
So it's like kind of like a grid type deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many? And I know you're not sitting there counting like a doofus, but like, you can obviously tell the difference between 2 and 1,000. If you were to look at like, balls in a jar or something, right? Like, how many photos would you say were on the links that you saw?
I mean, it depends. Can't remember off the top of my head, but they probably had a lot.
So it was just a ton.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it mostly boys, girls, or both, or?
I think it was both.
Okay. What were the age ranges of they posted on those? And if you could remember which account it was, that'd be obviously the most important, because that's,
That I can't remember off the top of my head.
God damn it, dude. Someone's so smart, you can't remember the damn account that posted the mega
Well, I mean,
link.
I don't try to keep it in my head.
yeah. I mean, I can't fault you for that. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So is that something that he specifically, I guess we'll say he, because most likely he doing it. Is that something that he specifically sent to you, or is it just posted on its thing?
No, it would definitely be posted. I think what one of them was from a picture, but they sort of watermarked the picture with the link, I guess.
So how did the pics on the mega link make you feel?
Well, I mean, I'd look at some of them, and then others I'd be like, no, that's...
What made you distinguish between some of like, oh, this might be all right, versus others that are like that?
Well, I mean, in general, whatever anybody says, I'm not attracted to boys or men.
Oh,
That's one
okay.
thing, but In others, it just seemed like it was maybe a little too rough, I guess. I don't
What
know
what was
if I'd
rough
say
about it?
rough. I don't know. It just seemed like
Like rough isn't like rough dog or? I'm just kidding. What was rough about it?
no, it just seemed. I don't know. It seemed. It didn't seem like it was. It's funny, but it didn't seem like it was. But it didn't seem like they were enjoying what was going on or whatever. It just seemed like it was. How can I say it? I guess guided to do that.
Okay, so I assume it was something with like an adult and a kid then.
I mean, some of it seemed like that. Others, it was just individual pictures of them.
Mm.
Of the
So when you say guided,
posing their. I mean, if a woman is posing or somebody's posing in a picture, I think it's you could tell the difference between someone who knows they're being photographed and, like I told you before, the pictures where somebody is sneaking a photo of themselves.
right.
I have no idea.
So when you say guided to do that, like what was going on in those pics?
I mean, mainly is the. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good.
Actually, I had a charger for this thing.
So I've never actually. What brand is that?
It's called iCat.
I've never used that brand before. How do you charge that one?
Just regular USB.
USB-C.
My balls over there.
Man, you cannot live anywhere else but Florida, can you?
I could, but I'm not dressed.
Are
Decent jacket.
you from here or
Originally, I'm just from up north.
where at?
Up in Jersey.
Really? Where in Jersey?
Near the Hudson River.
Okay, by NYC.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my dad's originally from. You know where Suffern is, right?
Suffering.
Rockland County.
I know of it, but I've never been.
Yeah, so not too far out. But yeah, so reason I'm here, you can probably figure out. My grandma, who's originally from New York City, well, I guess that area, moved down to Fort Myers. The family followed, and it's a typical pipe. You do the same thing. So we're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so guided to do something. What do you mean?
Instructions of posing, and it doesn't look like anything like they would normally do.
Okay.
I'm not. Honestly, not. If a young girl's of that age, is she really going to be sitting there, clothes on or not? For the ones I saw, most of them had clothes on. Some of them were. But are they going to sit there with their legs?
Just
Posing themselves?
So some were doing like just showing their or something. Okay. How old do those girls look?
In the same age again, maybe 10, 14, 12, something like that.
Okay. Are you sure there wasn't any videos on those mega links? Because
No, I'm not. I'm sure there probably was.
Okay.
I'm sure there was.
Right.
With so many links that sometimes pop up.
Yeah. So I'm more so talking about the one. So basically, there's a system that we have where anything that's 15 to 18, you'd have to tell me if you saw a picture of a 17-year-old, because a 17-year-old can look 25, and you know how it goes. 12 to 15, it's a yellow light in the system. 9 to 12, it's a orange light in the system. 5 to 9, it's a red light in the system. 0 to 5, it's a dark red light. I'm sure you're a smart dude. I'm sure you can color code why each is what. And it kind of makes sense with the mega links, why there'd be, the rainbow flag coming up for your right. Because, I truly do believe that, sometimes you up and you look at a pic of a 14-year-old when you probably shouldn't. Whatever. I mean, it happens. Everybody has their vice. I consider that a vice. It's not like a, going after babies. That's a sickness. You're looking at 14-year-olds, that's a vice, right? There's a difference.
I don't know about vice, but I understand where you're going. But
it's obviously a difference.
Yeah. It's a big difference.
Right. So I'm sure you're not going to call me crazy for this, but what's come to your end, there's been some stuff where it's 0 to 5, where it's at dark red light, and you,
Go ahead. No.
right, yeah, you know, I truly don't think from reading some of these chats, from talking to you, that stuff you're into, but you know, now that I'm hearing that it is confirmed that there were mega links that were opened, that probably explains a lot. So what have we seen posted wherever? I mean, I'm sure it was probably on the mega links where it was like in that 0 to 5 range, and by that I mean, of course, like it would.
Listen, if it was something like that, I mean, it could be as simple as just exposing their,
Okay.
you know. I don't think I've actually gone and seen anything where they're really them,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And if I did, I'd close that down.
So
Something.
what's the youngest looking thing you've seen exposing their then? If you had to guess guess an age.
I mean, if I've seen someone at 4 or 5, I'm sure that it's below that.
Okay, but what do you think you've seen personally?
Me, I might have run across a couple that were like 5 to 8.
5 to 8. Okay. So maybe it's showing up as like the dark red light. Maybe you thought they were 5, and maybe they were like 4. Or you can't really tell at that point. That's fine. So
I mean, when you say the dark red light, I don't.
like the 0 to 5 age range. Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like that's showing up on there, because if that system was showing up on there, it'd be easier for me to say, nope,
Right.
not going there.
Yeah, of course. So when you saw that picture of like, say, I guess, young elementary school student, for lack of a better term, because you said 5 to 8, showing their, was this like a little video clip, or was this like a picture, or?
It could have been one or the other. I mean, there's all types of those things. So
What
probably,
what do you remember with that?
I remember mainly pictures.
Okay,
And if it was a video, I just, in both cases, I clicked off. But
Sure.
With the picture, I'm just like, what is this? Why does anybody even get anything out of that? I don't
right.
understand.
So what mediums, like when you saw those, I guess, younger than preteen ages, was that on the Mega Link, or is that somewhere else, or?
I'm not quite sure. Ask that again. I mean, I understand, but when I saw them,
Right, like were those pictures on the Mega Link, or were they posted somewhere else? Like where did those pop up?
some of them were mega, but I know that, like I said, some of those mega links sort of get watermarked on pictures through, and other links, weird links. It's not Bitly, but it seems to be something like that.
Sure.
You can't click on it; you have to type it in.
Okay. Have you talked to any female besides in the past 4 months, like seriously at all? No. Okay. Have you tried to? No. So it's been, have you wanted to, like ideally, or?
Well, this is something that just went the way it went, and that's it. I haven't been like fishing for others.
Right.
Really don't. Barely even had the time for this. So
Fair
even
enough.
though I'm not working. But
Right. Man, there's this, also this place. Do you like fried pickles?
I've never really had fried pickles. I like pickles, but I've never had fried pickles.
Well, basically pickles, but they taste better.
Okay.
Yeah, there's this place that specializes in fried pickles and hot dogs. It's I forgot the place. I saw the hiring sign. It was kind of by that Taco Azul place. Probably not paying $21 an hour though. It'd be.
I was told this other place has this temp agency has a job in a warehouse, and they were like, "Can you deal with the smell of hot sauce?" I'm like, "Sure, why?" Like, because supposedly it's a hot sauce warehouse. I said, "I don't care. I mean, if it were to be something that's going to choke me off as a temp agency, then I'd be like, "Whoop, I messed up. I really can't work there."
Yeah.
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a
Just
shot.
because
Might as
it
well.
only pays $14 an hour. I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, 14 is better than 0.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I don't really know what it is or whatever, but typically when people are lonely, they tend to kind of hang on to memories or whatever it is, and they kind of hoard. I mean, you're a storage unit. You have a storage unit. Of course, you collect things. I mean,
listen, if you want to go there now and see what's in that storage unit, it's closed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any, baby panties in there. I'm not worried about that. But it really seems like you're two different people. Like you're one guy when I'm talking to you right here, and you're just kind of going to your classes, doing the right thing, and then you're another guy when you get on the internet and just, say and do whatever the hell.
only if I'm doing stupid stuff. When I'm on the internet doing other things, I'm researching some stuff about real estate and learning some things on manifestation.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've been into in the past few weeks, if not the last 2 months.
Right.
So yeah.
Right, but my point is, you're a guy who collects things, and doesn't necessarily mean everything you collect. That doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, you're a storage unit guy. Doesn't mean everything you collect you like, right? It just means.
Storage unit is only 5 by 5, so I don't collect that much.
Well, it looks like you can't even sleep there then. Okay.
I mean, if I had to, if I thought I could do it, and I wouldn't have to be worried about losing the unit, I
Yeah.
might try it.
Hey, there you go.
I know there's other people that do it, but I'm not gonna
Risk it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not just risking it for me, but I feel like, what if I'm the guy that brings it all down for them too?
Right.
Now you've got other people who don't have a place.
Right. Yeah. Just don't. Right. No, that's considerate, man. I appreciate that. But what I'm saying is, those things that were sent to of like kind of the scantily clad preteens. Is that fair to call them that?
I guess, yeah.
Those were obviously saved to your phone. Somehow, did you
Right,
screenshot?
but then I got rid of them after I sent it to them. Oh, screenshot? No, they came from the image source. So
Right.
you can go to that site, see those pictures,
Right. But basically, when you send
copy and paste, and send it through Telegram.
well, I don't think you can just copy a picture from there, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. You right click on it.
Okay, so this was from a laptop then?
No, you can do it from any device.
Okay. Well, I'm saying, like, do you go to that image search thing on your phone? Do you have like a laptop that happens on, or?
No, I don't have a laptop.
Okay, yeah, I figured that was the case. But basically, that it still would have to be in your phone gallery at some point.
No, because I usually get rid of it.
Okay.
So
Right.
you might see one or two
Yeah.
if I haven't, but I try to get rid of those things.
Well, how often do you wipe your phone gallery?
I mean, when it comes to those, regularly,
Okay.
but everything else, the pictures and videos of birds flying.
Yeah, no, I can't fault you. Well, speaking of birds, I mean, was there any like dog or bee on those mega links, or?
Not that I saw, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, no, you just never know. Okay, so, and I'm only asking you this because I want to obviously find a way to make sure this doesn't happen, right? To make sure there's a way forward from this. But I would bet you good money. I would bet you enough money to get you a house, which I'm not actually going to bet you any money. I'm not here to give you any money. So I'm sorry. I'm not here to take any money from you, but I'm not here to give you any either. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I got you. I'm not offering you anything here when I say this. But hypothetically, I would bet you enough money for a house that at some point on that phone, you've made a mistake and saved some of those photos on there.
The ones.
I mean, realistically, I mean, come on.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you either.
Right.
So, now I do have some photos, regular ass.
Mm-hmm.
I have several GIFs that I saved recently. No.
Well, look, you're.
But, of the scantily clad, I can think right now there's probably at least a couple of them that I haven't got rid of.
How many would be showing their scantily clad?
None of them.
Okay.
None of them.
I'm gonna have to lightly counter you. I'm gonna have to lightly counter you on that because you're obviously not a dumb dude. You're a very smart dude who sometimes does dumb things, which I don't think anybody's immune from that. But you know, there's just some type of online curiosity you have. Like at some point, it's like, you know, if you stick a chocolate cake in front of me for enough, I'm eventually going to eat it. And you're falling into this. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably eat it too. Not as much as I would, I promise you. Um, but you know, if you stick something in front of somebody for long enough, eventually you're going to bite, like a steak in front of a dog or anything. And I'm not saying that, you know, you're craving, you know, videos or pictures of underage stuff, but if it shows up enough, eventually, you know, eventually the dog's going to lose discipline. Eventually I lose discipline.
But looking at it, yeah, and then saving it to keep it, and quite frankly, to fap to it later.
Well, what I'd be more concerned about is saving it to share it to other people. That's not what we want happening. Well, let me ask you this: realistic, like those mega links and kind of the stuff on the image search. I mean, how many times do you think we've that, or how often have we? Because I know it's not zero. I mean, realistically.
I mean, yeah, actually, it gets to be about that because, like I said, and again, I can only tell you what I know about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make you believe anything.
Sure.
But the site that I usually go to has been really
Okay.
.com.
What's on that?
That's all adult.
Okay. I believe I believe you mostly.
I mean, you don't have to because you can go to the site.
No. I genuinely believe you mostly are into adults, and I think that's what you'd pursue in person.
Yeah, no,
But realistically, how many times since we got on this site currently have we just something that was too young?
I mean, you want the honest truth?
I do.
Yeah. You're not really gonna believe it.
Well, it's not zero.
Well, no. But it's more like an attempted, you know,
What do you mean by that?
let's see, like, does this really affect me or not? And it doesn't really go anywhere. Usually, if I've gone there, I've gone to the at that time, and I'm already worked up.
Mm.
And then I might go look at those pictures, and so if I put it in that context, maybe once or twice every 2 weeks or so. That doesn't mean I don't go and look.
Right.
I'm talking about
Sure. What about flipping to the stuff that was on the mega links? How many times do you think we've done that?
I mean,
Oh, there's someone called. They're going past us. Yeah. How many times do you think?
when that stuff came, it was, you know, I don't know, 1 or 2 times.
Okay. But you know, to a 5-year-old doing this, showing her is probably not the best thing to do, right?
Sure.
Okay. How's it going? Yeah, we're just having a conversation here. Basically, Byron, you're a offender, and you met a 13-year-old, and you sent her your tonight, and she probably shouldn't have done all that.
I mean,
Is that what happened?
I mean,
It was the right, wasn't that the same taillight that was out on your vehicle last night?
I mean, you just told me you like a picture of a 5-year-old.
I mean, I didn't say that. I was trying to answer your question.
Okay, well, you just told me that you to what was on the mega links. You said on there was like 5 to 8 year olds. So I mean,
Was your vehicle
That's
silver or
not the only thing I
black?
said that was on there.
okay, well, anyway, I mean, right here, would I have chats of you talking to a 13-year-old, sending your to her?
That I understand.
Okay, and you came to meet her with the possibility of having sex with her tonight.
I mean, I thought maybe it might.
Okay, and you just got out of prison what 4 months ago?
Yeah.
For this same.
Yeah.
Okay, did y'all hear that, officers?
No.
Well, basically, this guy's a sex offender who just got out of prison 4 months ago for he's trying to meet an underage kid again, and we have the chats here, and he's told me that he's to underage photos since he's been out, and he's showed me that he hasn't showed me. He's told me that he's seen a 5-year-old girl online on a link that he clicked on pretty recently, within the past 4 months. So we have it all recorded for you and all the evidence here. Here, man. Hold on 1 second. I'm 13. See that right there?
Yeah.
And we have an arrest in we have a group we catch child across the country called, and we're from Houston, Texas, but we have arrests in 48 states, convictions in 40, and we actually have
I've seen you too.
Oh, okay, got it. This guy's pretty bad.
Yeah, an ID with you, sir?
Yeah, it's in the car. I have a picture of it. Oh, yeah.
Let me see your ID. What is this, WhatsApp or?
This is on Telegram.
Oh, okay.
So basically, and we have it all in the Google Drive that we're going to send whoever. But we posted an ad like on this Russian website, basically saying I'm a 13-year-old girl. Then he reached out to us, and I know he's using the name Ron on there, but he proceeded to actually send a picture of his ID of who he was, and told us that he was a offender, and was very giddy about meeting up.
How many IDs do you have?
And he took an Uber all the way from Fort Lauderdale to come up here.
Yeah. You live in Pompano?
No, sir. Actually, I live on.
That's my camera guy.
And what?
Cool.
I very much doubt that you're homeless. Yeah, yeah. Pay attention. I want you to pay attention. All right, before you say something.
I think he actually is homeless.
Your clothes are clean. Don't smell. All right, so where do you live? Okay. So where do you live?
I'm being honest with you.
So you don't live at,
Correct.
that's where you live?
No.
You don't?
Yeah, sir.
Where do you live?
He actually has a storage unit he stays in sometimes. I think he actually is homeless.
I don't actually stay in the storage, but I property in the storage. You said you got out of prison 4 months ago? Are you on probation?
Oh yeah, he is. He skipped his offender class today.
What's the address you gave your probation?
This
The one that's on your.
So when was the last time you got in touch with your probation?
Can you get my phone from the car, please, so I can show the cop my ID? You can come closer too.
Last week? And, okay, so.
fire.
And what is your address that you provided on? Yeah.
She already knew that. So the idea was. When did the message start?
Chris, when did the messages start?
And she told me that
Sometime in February. It hasn't been too long. Here.
every single time that I tried to do that, I had to rebut. I almost didn't get the ID. Recognized it there. Which I was 17 to be added in since listen, I need to have some kind of application. Recreation is required to happen.
So when was the last time
So
you notified law enforcement of your whereabouts? But you're supposed to do it every time you move somewhere?
oh right, so my schedule was supposed to be on the 26th. The idea was that I was going to go back after I had the driver's license and the class and say, okay, I have my address, I can't stay there. Now homeless, I need to update the address. I haven't had time to go back to
Then
damn it.
And when was that?
What was what?
What you just said as far as notifying law enforcement of your
Well,
whereabouts.
well, the last time it was earlier this month.
Today's the 18th.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and this is him,
Temperament.
Byron McCormick. Yeah, so this happened like some years ago.
Chicken.
Paying 65 by number.
I think it'll be 20 and then it's going to say that the next check is going to be 6.
And who was that with?
Jackie with the sheriff's office.
Broward County?
Yeah.
Was it Fort Lauderdale? Fort Lauderdale?
Well, it's
Police department or county?
police. But again, that's one place to register.
Yes, county. What?
Number right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mike.
Yeah, great stuff, great stuff.
No, I'm just saying something.
Taking for it. Just check on the phone.
He barely just got in jail, right?
Yeah, 4 months, dude. What the?
That's how you know they didn't learn even after 10 years.
Bro, it's like immediately he goes back on the Russian side. Like, just think he found you in February, but just think how long he was on that for.
Thank you.
It was what he got arrested for?
Yeah. God, I should have grilled him more about the 6-year-old, but like, I mean, he obviously did that. I mean, he said it was a real kid that he actually babysat. He's like, I've told that story so many times. Like,
You already heard what you said earlier, so we already got that. So, what are you here for? What's the reason why you came all the way from Broward County to St. Lucie County? It's an easy thing. I mean, the truth is the truth. What are you here for? All right, so who is this person? What is their name and what is their age? It's a simple question. I ask you a question. I want you to answer the entire question that I asked you. What is the name and what is the age? Oh yeah, Latiers are. Latiers are. What are you talking about?
The purpose of your meeting is the space 13.
And he has a valid vehicle which is pretty correct.
Time for a second.
You should know the answer. You traveled for a couple hours in an Uber, so what was your reason from, like you said, traveling from Broward County?
What is your reason? That's the question that he keeps asking you. He asking you a simple question, and what you're doing, you're running around the question. All right. So, what is your reason for being here? For meeting a 13-year-old girl, what is your reason? It's a simple question. What was the reason?
Hold on.
Okay. All right. Keep going. You can elaborate. What was discussed between you and that supposed 13-year-old female? You got your Probation officer, you got our phone number or his phone number?
Here one, they're going to be on records. I believe he's going to be running northbound.
This is yours?
Okay.
Westbound on Lakehurst. Westbound on Lakehurst.
Get it out of there. What a, let me, this is her, Maria.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, guys? Be sure to join locals in the pinned comment. This is hopefully going to be our second arrest in St. Lucie. Over 100 videos, early and uncensored. Tons of mugshots and conviction updates. And nobody's traveling the most catching tickets like we are. This guy only got out of prison after doing like a 7-year, 6-year sentence 4 months ago. So he's right back at it. And he's probably going back. So I'm sure arrested will be on this video title.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, he forgot to ask them for your phone numbers.
Are there other pictures or no? He says
What's he? Go see what he's doing.
This was 5 of 5, so are there other pictures?
Oh, so at the time he had sent probably like 5 selfies or like gifts. But there's obviously there's
Yeah, we have the whole chat. That's just what we printed out.
Alright, so you're not supposed to have a smartphone. Why do you have a smartphone? It was making it what? Easier for you to get jobs? Even though you're not supposed to have a smartphone. That makes no sense. You're not supposed to have it. But you get it to get jobs. You can go to the library. You're not even supposed to. First of all, hold on, wait. You're not even supposed to even have contact with no type of computer. You know that, right? So that means you have to walk into facilities and sign paper to get a job. So what you're saying doesn't make sense at all. Right or wrong? I'm just asking you a question. Listen, I'm asking you a question. Every time I ask you a question, you're skating around the question. You're skating around the answer. All right, so, all right, you're not supposed to have any type of cellular devices, computers, laptops, tablets, or anything like that, right? So if you're not supposed to have it, and you know you're not supposed to have it, that means you have to go inside these facilities and sign, the old paper, applications. You know this, right? All right, so what you're saying doesn't make sense. Okay, explain. I understand that, but what I just said, I just told you your stipulations for your probation, right? I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to. So you just break the law. All right, so I'm pretty black and white. All right. Okay. How's that? Correct. So what? So, what is inside your backpack? What is inside your backpack? Another phone? The flip phone? Okay. Yeah. And This is how you just communicate to supposed hotel.
Get out the way.
And he's had he has a he's not supposed to have, there's no comp staff, and see what happens. This is a 2-hour Uber ride to St. Lucie County. To me, we felt 13 local minutes, everything like that. 4 months. And obviously a smartphone that not how about those issues. And St. Lucie County, there's a reason why we send you over here. They're just doing a good job. So yeah, let's hope it gets longer than 7 years this time. So full video will be on Poachers, ChiId, kind of what's basically a kind of setting. And she was playing.
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.